good afternoon, and welcome to the Happy Half Hour. I'm Leigh Kubin.
And I'm Sandra Priestley. Welcome to our podcast. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
I am not sure where we are going today, but this is going to be one of the coolest conversations we've ever had. I believe it. I'm going to set that intention out
I like it.
Just even the few minutes that we've been kind of talking about what we want to say feels fucking powerful.
Yes.
So,
yes,
I am drinking lime bubbly in, I don't know, like in my Starbucks clear mug. Doesn't that look cute?
Very cute.
Just,
I like that little mug.
I know it does have a Starbucks emblem on it, like a little logo, but yeah, it's not the typical thing that you would put like a sparkling water in.
But you know what? We play by our own rules.
We do. Fuck the rules.
Fuck the rules.
Oh, I like it. What are you drinking today?
So I've got some serendipity from Grape Creek Winery.
Oh, I love the name.
I know it's a red and it is delicious. But Paul opened it this weekend and then left it on the bar. And you know me.
Well, can't let good wine go to waste.
No, and that's like a $30 bottle of wine. Like,
yeah.
And I hope it's still good.
Yeah. Looks pretty.
Yes, it is.
It is still good. Yay.
I would drink it anyway, but yes, it's good.
Awesome. Yeah.
Well, it's a beautiful fall day out today. The sun is out. It's warm. It's not hot.
I cannot get over it.
But I was like, I just need to go sit outside and soak up this beautiful sunshine.
If it was 20 degrees Celsius here, I would be doing the same.
Yeah.
It is not. It is almost freezing, but it's not freezing. It's like, it's still above freezing. And for Canada and November, this is magical. This is magical. So I might as well be out in my flip-flops and shorts because it's going to look
warm there.
It's going to look a lot different in December. Anyway, okay. I want to hear, well, we kind of had the same things. Like I wanted to talk about consistency and the compound effect and all of the things that have happened for me, but we kind of have sort of the same theme going on between the two of us. So do you want to start with your NLP stuff, your coaching stuff? You want to tell us?
We could start with the NLP.
Okay.
Because that is my new, oh my gosh. So I've started classes.
Yes.
And it's making my brain just like do flip-flops. Sandra, I've been dreaming at night, and I'll get into my dreams in a minute, but I was in class and was answering some questions and doing some reading. And one of the things that I read was the ability to change behavior until we get the desired outcome is the source of our power. It's not magic. Now, in my discussion question, I did say, I consider that my magic. But I know it
to hold firm
with to see what's working and go, okay, this doesn't work. What do I need to tweak? Just like you would if you were working on an engine in a car and you're trying to fix it and you're trying to get a part off or trying to put a part on and you can't quite get it to fit, but you know that's the part. And you play with it and manipulate it until you figure out how to either get it on or get it off. And that ability to go, how do I do this? There's a better way. There's a better way. You still look so confused.
Yeah, you know what? It is like a mind fuck like no other for me. Okay, can you say it again? Because like seriously, that's the third time I've heard it, and my brain still goes, wait, what the fuck?
What did you? Okay, I'll tell you. I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to tell you about my dream, and then I'm going to see if it helps at all.
Okay.
But the ability to change behavior until we get the desired outcome is the source of our power. So
Hey,
two-
I don't know that I agree. That's so fascinating because I hear it in two different ways, Leigh.
okay,
The-
well, here's how I hear it. And then I want to hear the other way you hear it
okay.
is when we want something and we're working towards something
Mhm.
and we can change our behavior because our behavior is not quite working to get us there. So let's say I'm getting up in the morning and I'm bitching and moaning about everything that's coming my way. And then I have a shitty ass day and
Mhm.
all these things happen. Then I go, maybe I need to change my attitude. And so as I begin to change the bitching and moaning, not in one day, especially
Yeah.
if it's a habit or if it's a part of my personality, maybe I'm just going to start doing one thing in the morning that's going to elevate me a little bit and create some behavior change. And then that leads to my brain going, well, if you like this, you're going to like this even more. And so
Mhm.
then I add something else to that morning routine, which then makes my day unfold better. And I start seeing that pattern in changing my behavior into things shifting in my experience. And that is where our power is at. And I want to hear what you have to say about that, but I got to tell you about this dream.
Okay.
So one night, and I didn't have a dream last night. I was so bummed when I woke up this morning. I think I just slept like a log, and I never do that. But 2 nights ago, when I woke up, I was so giddy because I was having this dream reoccurring over and over again where I was trying to get out of a current situation. I don't remember the situation. So I don't know if my life was in danger. I don't know if it was a pattern of behavior, but I was trying to figure this situation out. And I'm in my dream talking to myself.
Love that.
So this is what you're trying to learn from this situation. And so look at it. And I was walking myself through it. And I woke up going, what was I walking myself through? But I was figuring it out. And it was like mind blowing. And I was at the end of before I woke up, I was like, oh my God, I think I've got this. This is just this simple. And I was saying it back to myself. And then I
Oh.
woke up and it was gone. And I was just kind of in gratitude about it all day. Like, how cool was that? I was coaching myself in my sleep.
Right.
And the next night happens again. And I woke up and I almost felt like, holy hell, I don't remember what I was saying. It's almost like I need someone to put me in to hypnosis and
Mhm.
pull it out because it's in there. But
Mhm.
so yesterday I was just like, what is happening? Am I losing my mind? But when I read this today, that's what my dream was telling me. Like our ability to change our behaviors to create a desired outcome, that's where the power is at. It's our magic. So
And
you tell me why
saying
it's not,
it is our magic.
huh?
And you're saying it is our
They
magic.
said that's not magic, but I'm saying, hell yeah, it's our magic. Hell yeah, it's
I
our magic. It's
I
not
agree.
magic like,
Yeah.
witchcraft magic. It's authentic magic,
Power. Yeah.
power. Yeah.
I hear it in two different ways, which is super interesting. Because when you were saying you were saying, like when we have, well, this is the way I heard it. When we're trying to achieve a goal,
Mhm.
let's say, any goal, when we're trying to achieve a goal, our power is to be able to recognize what we need to change or how we need to shift and shift it.
Mhm.
And so I heard that when you said it, but the way that I heard it the first time was when we have a goal, we need to look at, we're going to have to shift something. We're going to have to change something. Because if we would have had it already if we didn't have something to change, right? If we didn't have something to shift, we would have had it already. So we have to decide what it is that we want and then determine what we need to shift and then stay the course on it. So that's the way I heard it the
Yeah,
first
you
time.
just put stay the course. It doesn't say anything about stay in any course.
No, but that's the way I heard it. And I could be right, Leigh. I could be right. But it's like our ability to change our default. Because when I look at, like, so I'm going to give you an example. Sometimes I shit the bed on social media. I know that I want to be consistent. I know that I want to show up every fucking day and I want to write something powerful, write something impactful. And a lot of times I just don't.
Mhm.
So this month, I've started this social media challenge. And so I'm just in with a bunch of women, and we've just taken on this challenge to really show up in our social media. And so what I decided to do, you choose your platform, which I chose my feng shui business page, or my business page, Facebook. And so you choose your platform, you choose what you're going to post. So I decided I didn't want to do a video every day or a reel every day, but I decided that I was going to do 4 posts a day. 4.
Okay.
That's a lot. And I knew that it was going to challenge me. And so, but here's what I realized is like, I know that that's the change that I need to make.
Mm-hmm.
But I choose to make that change every day. It's the consistency. I'm choosing to change.
Yeah.
Because I could easily say, I'm going to do 4 pages a day, or I'm going to do 4 posts a day, and I'm going to do them for today. And then the next day it's like, oh, I'm a little sick and I don't really have any pictures to go with it. I'm really busy. I got a lot of things to think about. I can choose to not do that change. So for me, it's like recognizing what I need to shift in order to get my goal,
Mm-hmm.
choosing to change, like choosing to make that difference, to be consistent in that change every single day. And
Yeah.
my ability to stay that course
Mm-hmm.
with the changes is my power, is the
It
magic.
is. Yeah.
That's
Because
kind of
what it's going to open up in you, just that consistency.
oh my God, I'm so much more brilliant.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah.
seriously. And what's really, really interesting to me is that I've been online for like as a public figure, or like, publicly online since 2013. And I did before and after bikini pictures. I did a lot of things that were scary when I was a Beachbody coach.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm fairly, I don't share everything online, but I do share quite a bit online.
Right.
And so I thought that I was not that scared. And I thought, I've got a lot to say. What has resulted from me showing up and doing 4 posts a day
Mm-hmm.
is this unreal awareness that I was overthinking the magic out of everything that I posted. I was way under posting, because when you post 4 times a day, you just post whatever comes to your mind.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be a fucking Nobel Peace
Nope.
Prize
Nope.
winner. It's like literally, I get this idea, I post it, I move on, and guess what? If I don't fucking like it, I'm gonna bury it with the next one.
Yep.
We overthink it when,
Yep.
especially in social media, we overthink if we're just not posting enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And that perfectionist thing gets us. It kills us.
and
It holds us back because we think, oh, it's got to be perfect, as if anything is.
right, exactly. It's very much, and this is my thing, right? It's my perfection, or this desire for perfect,
Mm-hmm.
desire to have like everything be profound and perfect and tied up with a nice little bow and a perfect, like, ugh, it just kills the magic for me.
Uh-huh.
So this idea of like me recognizing this is the change and I'm going to stay the course with it. And like,
Yeah.
I don't care. There's been some days where I posted once in the morning and then it's 9 o'clock at night and I'm like, fuck.
9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
It's like 9 o'clock, 9:04, 9:07.
Okay. There you go.
And was that great for my algorithm? Absolutely not. Was it great for how much engagement I had? No, it was not. It was stupid. But what it did was like, I came through for myself, and that was the goal.
Yes.
The goal wasn't engagement. The goal wasn't to sell stuff.
Nope.
I mean, the goal was just to prove that I could do it, to prove that I could stay the course for myself.
Yes.
I could show up for myself in that consistency.
And that's where it's at.
Mhm.
I notice in the mornings, I have my routine. I do them without fail. Haven't missed a day. I don't even know how many days it's been, but it's been months and months. And
Yes.
things continue to get more magical and more magical. But I don't ask myself every day anymore, or I do now. It's part of my routine now. But what's going to show up today?
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to walk in my door today? Who am I going to connect with today? And I feel that when I'm thinking it on a level, I feel it. And I'm telling you, when I do that, the shit that, and by shit, I mean amazing, beautiful stuff. It's when I see the sunrise just perfectly. It's when I see those bumper stickers or the Jeep that says love life, live on purpose, I think is one. I'm glad you're here. I hope you have an amazing day.
Love that. Live on purpose.
Yeah. And I bump into these things, or I get called in by a doctor to talk to one of their patients, and I connect with the patient on such a level that I'm like, you were divinely sent. I don't say that, Sandra.
I do.
Well, and it's only because I'm in an office setting.
You're channeling your inner Sandra.
But I am, in my mind, I'm like, this is
Yes.
divine. This is no accident. I asked for them this morning, and look at them in my door, ready to change their life.
But our minds are programmed to prove our thoughts correct.
Correct.
If we wake up in the morning and we go, fuck, what cool thing is going to happen today? Yay. We're going to find cool
Well,
things.
it's because our brain is then searching. Okay, Leigh wants cool things.
Let's
Where are
prove
they?
her right. Let's prove her right, right?
Yes.
Wow, look at that amazing sunset.
Mhm.
Wow, like, oh my gosh, like, do I ever love this color on me or whatever it happens to be, right? Like that, because that's what we're doing. That's what our mind is trying to do.
Yes.
Prove us right. And so if we start out the day with, fuck, it's a Monday, my gosh, we're going to prove that it's a shitty Monday.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we're going to look for things, and we'll, in the same day, the same people, one with a good mindset or one with a mindset of like, oh, what kind of magical shit is going to happen? And the other person is like, what kind of terrible shit is going to happen? The same people can walk right next to each other, and one
Yes.
person is going to see the shitty stuff, and
Oh,
one
yeah.
person only going to see the amazing
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. But that's how our brain works. And that's what people don't get, is that our brain is trying to help us. It's sort of like Pandora. You put in, I like this song, and it's next song. Do you like this? You hit like, or you hit don't like. If you don't like it, it skips to the next one. But our brain does that. And all the information that's coming in, if it's not something that is on your list, it's going, or if you have a belief about it that you don't believe in it, like you can't see the good coming your way. As the good comes in, the brain goes irrelevant, 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 and you don't notice any of it.
Exactly.
I'm looking for my lover, but there's no good men out there. There's nothing here. Okay. Your brain can't see them. They can be next to you. They can be waving at you. You're not going to see them because you don't believe they're there.
It's true. Yeah. But even, like I often give this example, but you know how like I decide that I want a pearl Lexus. I choose, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, wouldn't a pearl colored Lexus be amazing? All of a sudden,
They're
I'm seeing
everywhere.
pearl colored Lexuses where I never noticed one before.
Mm-mm.
But as soon as we make it known to the universe, it's just like, oh, wait a minute. That's what she wants. Okay. Let's allow her to pay attention to all of them that were already there.
Yeah.
Like, and I will tell clients too, in one of my coaching programs, I always say, if you are looking down at the ground, you're not going to see the stars in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so paying attention to what you want to look for, you're going to have to like lift your head up a bit.
Right.
Like,
Right.
you can't complain that you don't see any fucking stars if you're looking at your feet.
Oh, but I got to make sure it's safe down here. So I'm going to miss all the stuff up here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But so interesting how, because I don't feel as though I really thought, I know I did not think in these terms when I was younger. And I think
We didn't know to.
yeah, we've had these conversations before, but
Mhm.
like, I know my kids think in these terms.
Correct.
Do they always follow it? No. And I don't always either, because we're not perfect. But at the same time, it's like, wow, the things that they know. Because
And,
we had to go to the library to learn this shit, right?
but because they already know it, as they bump up against life,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to make connections about that experience a little differently and go, oh,
Yeah.
and they're going to learn quicker because it's not like they're going to just get through without
Yeah,
having to learn some lessons. We can't learn it for them.
exactly.
They've got to figure it out and find their way. But at
Yeah.
least they've got some guidance, like from childhood to where they've seen this. So it's
Yeah.
not so foreign. Like, because to me, this all is completely foreign.
Yeah.
This is not how I was raised at all. And no fault to anybody. That wasn't their path.
I listen to, I mean, we both, I think, listen to Oprah.
Yeah.
So we feel like we were exposed a little bit, right? Like I was
Yes. Because
exposed,
she's
I was exposed to Don Miguel Ruiz through Oprah
okay. That's where I learned about him too.
30 years ago. Right?
Yes.
So it
Yeah.
wasn't like, and I was like,
Oprah was the gateway
Oprah was the
because
gateway.
she was socially acceptable.
True.
People loved her and adored her. And so she was able to bring in these people to open us up a little bit further and get us digging a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
So maybe all this, I owe Oprah.
I, I'm telling you, I always say I was raised by my mom, my grandma, and Oprah fucking Winfrey. I'm telling you. And
Mhm.
like I learned so much from her, but it was like just a little taste, right? Like it was like an
Yeah.
hour of Eckhart Tolle, and then bam, he was gone.
Yeah.
I watched an interview with Abraham Hicks and Oprah.
Mhm.
It was interesting because she was saying, that because Oprah just seemed, to me, she was like this logical truth teller
Yeah.
who brought on her show the woo, the
Yes.
stuff that was like spiritual, the stuff that was out there, and
We don't
somehow,
talk about that stuff in public, Sandra.
right, but somehow she was able to do it in a way that it was like it wasn't crazy.
Yeah.
Like I was first introduced to feng shui by Oprah. Oprah had a feng shui practitioner she
Why
hires,
wasn't it me?
right? I
Oprah
know.
Winfrey.
Joe Vitale. It could have been Oprah.
Yeah.
Um, but I first learned about it through Oprah, And I was like, oh, wow. And she had this feng shui practitioner that went through her house. And I just thought, wow, this is fantastic. And a lot of times, like Oprah would introduce me to things, and then I would start to seek them out. Like, I don't know enough about this, so I'm going to go to the library,
Uh-huh.
hard catalog, and I'm going to search out books when I should be studying for my university courses. I should be studying for grade 10, but no, take me to the library because I want to read more on what Oprah introduced me to.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like she brought this like scientificness, I think,
Yes.
to
And
the,
legitimacy.
yeah.
She made it
And
normal.
like, oh, Oprah does feng shui.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I loved it. And she even said something like she was a little apprehensive to bring on Abraham Hicks onto her show at first because it was hard for a lot of people to grasp.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does. In the beginning, it's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And if I hadn't heard her teachings before I knew the story, I don't know how I would have seen it.
Right.
But I was introduced to Abraham in The Secret. And so it was just Esther talking. It didn't explain any of why Esther was talking. It just,
Mhm.
the words that came out of her mouth were so like, oh my gosh, this is more truth than I've ever felt in my life.
Exactly. And now when I'm listening to Abraham, it's like divine knowledge. I
Yes.
don't question it. It's like,
But it resonates with your soul.
yes.
You can feel the truthfulness in it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
So I've had my first hypnotherapy patient quit on me.
Okay.
I started with 12 and following them for 12 weeks to see results, what they've accomplished, where they're
Mhm.
at the end, like all the things that have happened. This woman was starting her third week and she emailed me and said, I can't do this. This is too hard. Can I just put it on hold and come back later? It's just too much to face right now. I remember thinking, like, I don't want just anyone to sign up. I had someone that was saying to me, should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? And I said, not unless it lights your soul on fire and you feel like this is what you need to do.
Yeah.
Because it is a lot of work, but change, no matter what avenue we take, is work. I feel like I'm breaking every sales model I've ever been taught because I'm like, I don't want your money if
Yeah.
you're not in it. Like, I want people that want to come in and play because it's not easy. It's not to look at kind of where you are sometimes.
Yeah.
It sucks a little bit like, how the fuck did I get here? But
Yeah.
it's the desire to see where you can go.
And
Magic.
to let go of the sword that we're holding so tightly onto, because a lot of us don't want to shift that identity.
Mhm.
A lot of us are like, we're holding on to whatever it happens to be that's hurting us,
Yeah.
but we don't really know the difference. And letting that go
And most of
is,
the time it's just a story. It's not currently happening to us.
oh, totally.
Something that happened years ago, but we are holding on to it and telling it like it's happening to us, and our brain thinks it is. So our body's just going through that trauma over and over again when that shit happened 30 years ago.
It's like an abusive relationship with ourselves
Correct. It's exactly what it is.
because we know we don't like it, but we know what it is.
Mhm.
We
But we don't know how to
recognize this
Mhm.
shit. We
Yeah.
don't love it, but we recognize it and we can work within it and we understand this. And
Yeah.
letting that go feels a little like letting go of the dock and wondering if we can swim.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like, we don't even like the fucking dock. Like, that's the thing, right? It's like we hold on to stuff that is hurting us like that, like holding on to a sword and it's cutting into us.
Yeah. But
And
what if I need this?
Mhm.
What if I shouldn't get rid of this? What if this is really helping me?
Then keep it for now, but don't waste your money.
Right.
With ya.
You let me know when you are ready to drop it.
Yeah. You know what? The one thing that I really, really noticed too is that there is a lot of energy spent in feeling guilty that we're not doing it,
Mm-hmm.
thinking about us that we're not doing it,
Yeah.
and avoiding and procrastinating just doing the dang thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you think about it, okay, so you did a hypnosis recording for me. It was 11 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And usually I just like listen to it at night and then I fall asleep. But I can or I cannot do that. That's it.
Yeah.
Not going to take me a lot of mental energy to just turn Leigh on
Right.
and listen.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
do or don't.
Yeah.
And the emotion that I can turn myself into, though, that's the energy of it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I been with my journaling group. It's not that hard to pick up your journal, pick up your pen, and write 3 things you're grateful for,
Yep.
or write, dear universe, this is how I'm feeling now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, guess what? You're telling yourself these stories over and over and over in your head. Just write them down so you can release them. Let's go.
Yeah.
But it's the choice of, shall I do it or not? And we hold on to this energy of like, oh my gosh, I can't do it. I still have to journal. I don't want to journal.
So hard.
It's so much work. It's so much. But then you're stuck with
What do you want?
stuff that you got.
Yeah. Where do
Hmm.
you want to be? If you don't want to be here, where do you want to be? If you keep doing the same old shit, you're going to
Yeah.
stay stuck, which is fine if that's what you want.
What you want.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's what you want is to stay and not take risks, then you can't bitch about where you are.
Right. Even though they do.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they can.
But
we don't listen to it.
yeah, yeah.
Well, on that note, we are out of time. In fact, we are over. But thank you, Sandra. This was awesome. And you were right.
No,
And
it was going to be amazing.
right. Thank you guys for joining us. We will see you next Thursday on the Happy Half Hour. Bye.